Hi guys, this might seem like a strange comparison, but if you have been watching my channel, you might know that I have been using the Insta360 as my POV street photography camera. I have a video about how I mount the Insta360 on my backpack, so if you're interested, the link is up there. Recently, I have been using another camera to shoot POV videos, which is the DJI Action 2. And in this video, I want to talk about why I changed from Insta360 to DJI Action 2. The first reason is pretty obvious. The Insta360 1-inch is larger and heavier. Even though when I mount it on my backpack, it feels less heavy, but I have to use a heavier and larger backpack just so I can mount the camera steadily. I have tried mounting the Insta360 on a lighter backpack, but it just doesn't work well because it requires a strong backpack strap to support the weight of the camera. So every time I use the Insta360 to shoot POV videos, I have to use a larger backpack, and I usually have to walk a lot when I shoot this kind of POV videos, so it's actually very tiring. On the other hand, the DJI Action 2 is a dedicated sport camera, so it's very small and it's very lightweight, and it comes with a strap, so I can just use the strap and put it on my neck like a necklace. I have to say it's not uncomfortable at all. Sometimes I even forget I'm wearing it. The second reason I changed from Insta360 to DJI Action 2 is because when I use the Insta360 camera, I have to use this clip on my backpack, and this clip always bumps against my arm, and it's a little uncomfortable, especially when I'm not wearing a jacket. The DJI Action 2, however, like I said, feels very comfortable with the neck mount, and more importantly, it's barely noticeable. So when you're walking on the street with this camera on your neck, you won't draw much attention. The third reason is editing. When I use the Insta360 camera, I have to process every file in the Insta360 Studio software and export the videos to MP4 files so that I can use those files in the DaVinci Resolve. And then I can edit and export again. I think it's just very tedious work, and sometimes it takes so long for the Insta360 software to export. But when I use DJI Action 2, the files on the SD card are already MP4 files, so I can just drag the files into DaVinci Resolve and start to edit. So it is one less step than the Insta360 files. It might not seem like a big deal if you only edit the videos for one time, two times, but I want to do POV street photography in the long term, so it is crucial that I have a more efficient way to edit and export my videos. So these are the main reasons why I changed from Insta360 to DJI Action 2 for my POV street photography videos. But I'm not saying DJI Action 2 is better in every way. So next, I'm going to share with you what I don't like about DJI Action 2 compared with Insta360 1-inch camera. I believe you have already guessed the reason: low light performance. The Insta360 1-inch edition performs greatly in low light condition. Well, of course, since it has a larger sensor. And the DJI Action 2? Well, not so much. You can see when I use it in darker places, the noise is very obvious, to the extent that I don't think the videos are usable. And not just the noise, the stabilization is also affected when the lighting is not good. So you will end up having a video that is very noisy and very shaky. The second thing that bothers me is the internal storage of the DJI Action 2. It is not very big, so sometimes I have to transfer the files from the internal storage to the SD card. It doesn't take very long though, but I would really appreciate it if this camera has a SD card slot on the main camera body. The third reason, well, I think it's a minor problem, but I have heard a lot of people complaining about the overheating problem of DJI Action 2. Yes, sometimes it overheats, but I think it also cools down very quickly, so I just have to stop shooting after 10 or 15 minutes and let the camera cool down for about less than a minute and then start record again, and it will perform just fine. So it's actually not a big problem for me. But if you think this is a problem, then you should try using the magnetic protective case. It not only prevents damage to the camera, but it also allows the camera to cool down faster. I think these two cameras are very different, and I'm not going to say one is better than the other because they are designed to be used in different ways. All I can say is that if you want to know whether the Insta360 can serve as a POV camera, I can tell you yes, it can, but probably not in a very ideal way. I decided to buy the DJI Action 2 because I am determined to do POV street photography videos in the long term. So I guess in order for it to work, the DJI Action 2 will be an easier and more efficient way. I know it doesn't work very well in low light, so I will still use the Insta360 for street photography POV videos at night. But at daytime, I think DJI Action 2 is a much better option for POV videos. So this is the video for today. I will be posting more street photography POV videos shot with DJI Action 2. And if you have any questions about these two cameras and how they perform for POV videos, feel free to leave a comment. I will try my best to answer them. If you like my videos, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye.